New business, A. So there is just one clerical error, probably a clerical error that I made, but this should be to ratify. So this is a vote that we took with Diana earlier this week for this letter. So this is merely to ratify the vote that we took to support the AEDs. So discussion and motion to, affirm, ratify, affirm.
Same way.
To affirm vote to send a letter of support to Monongahela for a grant they are pursuing for AED equipment in their police vehicles. So we're just voting the same way.
All right.
Voting the same way. Okay.
Ask for motion, see if there's a second.
Is there a motion to affirm the vote we took earlier in the week for the AED support?
So moved.
I'll second.
That was John and Suzanne. All in favor?
Aye.
Discussion and motion regarding the sound ordinance. It was formally tabled. Does anyone wish to take it off the table at this time?
I'll make a motion to take it off the table.
Second.
So John made the motion, Larry second. All in favor of taking it off the table? Aye. Okay. Discussion and motion regarding the sound ordinance.
So I guess Mr. Cyrus wants to make a motion to authorize the submission of the sound ordinance to the Union Township Planning Commission for review at the next Planning Commission meeting. That's his motion.
After you clean it up.
That's his motion, so.
Absolutely.
After it's cleaned up.
What?
So that's it, so I guess the issue, I don't even know what
That's the motion?
That's the motion.
Second.
But don't use the words after it's cleaned up, just say motion.
After you put it in the legalese.
So that was John and Larry. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Discussion and motion to enter into an escrow agreement and a professional service agreement with Michael Mance for parcel number 640-007-00-0009-00, also called 4580 Alrama Road. So the reason it's like that is technically he doesn't have an address at the post office yet, but a lot of his permitting and stuff has come through at that address. But technically he has not been assigned an address, but when he went to Weezer and stuff, that's the address he used. So its identifying number is the partial number. Ultimately, he probably will be that address number. So is Mr. Mance here today? No? Okay. So Mr. Mance is entering into an escrow with Union Township. He has signed the professional service agreement already. This is a matter of us signing off on it for get in here. Oh, you got it. Hello. So for a property he is developing at the bottom of Finneyville Alrama Road behind Jenkins with a commercial building down there. So I'll make a motion to enter into the escrow agreement and the professional service agreement with Mr. Michael Mance. I'm not saying that part from the. Any second?
Second.
Michelle made the motion, Larry second, all in favor?
Aye.
Discussion and motion to authorize the solicitor to prepare a storage tap agreement and an easement agreement for the same parcel. So, discussion wise, he needs to run his sewer line through the Jenkins property, correct?
It's my understanding, yes.
Okay, so he came down with the check for the escrow and a check for his application. He also came down for a check for the $2,500 tap.
Tap and fee, yep.
I'm gonna ask, I know you're ready, but, so, the $2,500 tap and fee, since he's gonna need an easement and so forth, do you suggest that we return the tap and fee until we do all the other stuff? I'm agreement, that's different, but then he gave a second check for just the tap in. But there's more to it than that, he has to come through someone else's property.
So what you could do is you already have the money in hand, rather than chase after it. You could make a motion.
Well, he has to sign the agreement for the rules and regs and all that stuff too.
Right, so you can make the motion, you have motion to enter into an escrow agreement.
Well, that part we did, we're on to the next one.
So, I'm sorry, motion authorizes us to prepare a sewage tap-in agreement and easement agreement for said parcel. And that the sewage tap fee of $2,500 be retained by the township with the condition that applicant, or Mr. Mance, I'm watching as you write, comply with the township's rules and regulations, including WESA. Got it?
One of the things I'm worried about is Mr. Mance might think his $2,500 tap-in fee covers all of this other stuff, and I don't wanna see him at a podium later on thinking like I paid, because the other stuff's gonna,
No, the 2,500 should be kept in a separate account, separate ledger.
that's strictly, I mean, I think we need to explain to him, that's your tap into the system. So that he doesn't feel that that covered everything, because he has to get a permanent easement for us and so
So
forth.
the motion says basically he has an escrow fee agreement, whatever you call it, and he has a separate, he's paying the 2,500 for the sewage tap fee.
Mhm.
So what we should do after tonight's meeting, someone send him a letter saying basically, this is what the township approved. So he understands that $2,500 is being placed in escrow, and he'll still have to make the necessary tap connection.
So are you suggesting that we don't, we wait on telling so that he is a new customer until
We wait,
everything else?
no, because he's not,
And that's what I'm saying, we probably should wait on, the problem is he's already built, this is a post-fact thing.
well, I just don't want, I'd rather have, you have the money in hand, rather
Yeah,
not chase after it. That's my recommendation.
I just don't want him to think, well, I get to tap in because I paid my money.
Is he connected to the system yet or
He
not?
was almost, he was digging
Well,
through the
he-
Jenkins parking
I
lot.
don't believe he is yet.
And he was stopped by,
But if we put the rules, apply the township rules and regulations, including WESA, that means there has to be an inspection and so forth to find a connection.
when he came in with that check, it was but a day or so later that he was digging the line up. And he was told to stop until he got it inspected, not to cover it up until he got
And
it.
just so everyone understands, we have these escrow agreements, the purpose of escrow agreement is to ensure that the taxpayers don't pay for the cost of these applicants in terms of their professional costs, so it protects the township.
Okay, so Larry made the motion.